Is the smell of marijuana probable cause? Have you ever wondered if the smell of marijuana can lead to a police search? This question is more complicated than it seems. The answer often depends on where you are and the current laws regarding marijuana. Let's break it down. First, we need to understand what probable cause means. Under the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution, probable cause is the legal standard that protects people from unreasonable searches. Law enforcement must have a reasonable basis to believe that a crime has occurred or that evidence of a crime is present. If they do not have probable cause, they typically need a warrant to conduct a search. In the past, when marijuana was illegal everywhere, the smell of marijuana was often seen as enough probable cause for police to search a person or vehicle. The odor was considered direct evidence of illegal activity. This led to warrantless searches under exceptions like the automobile exception, which allows officers to search vehicles without a warrant if they suspect contraband is present. However, the legal landscape has changed significantly. Many states have legalized or decriminalized marijuana for recreational or medical use. In these places, the smell of marijuana alone often does not meet the standard for probable cause. This is because the odor does not necessarily indicate illegal activity anymore. For instance, in some courts, the smell of marijuana, especially if it is from legal cannabis or hemp, cannot justify a search. Legal hemp and illegal marijuana smell the same, making the odor unreliable as evidence of a crime. Let's look at some specific examples. In Minnesota, courts have traditionally accepted the smell of marijuana as probable cause. However, a recent ruling stated that the smell alone was not enough to justify a search when there were no other signs of criminal activity. Factors like erratic driving or visible signs of impairment were considered important. In Texas, the odor of marijuana has long been accepted as probable cause. Officers often relying on their training to identify the smell as grounds for a search, which can lead to discovering other illegal activities. In Illinois, after legalization, a court ruled that the smell of raw marijuana does not establish probable cause. The court noted that there are many innocent reasons for the odor, and relying on it alone could infringe on the rights of adults legally using cannabis. From a criminology perspective, using the smell of marijuana as probable cause raises important issues. It highlights the balance between effective law enforcement and protecting constitutional rights. While the odor can be a useful indicator, relying solely on it without other evidence can lead to unconstitutional searches. In areas where marijuana is still illegal, the smell remains a strong basis for probable cause. But in states where marijuana is legal, law enforcement must look for additional signs of illegal activity to justify a search. This shift reflects changing societal norms and legal standards. In summary, whether the smell of marijuana is probable cause depends on the legal status of marijuana in your area and the presence of other factors indicating criminal activity. The totality of circumstances, including behavior and visible signs of contraband, is critical in determining probable cause. As laws continue to evolve, so will the interpretation of what constitutes probable cause in relation to the smell of marijuana.